Yes, sir. Y'all know what time it is. Back in with another episode of the We Here Now podcast. I am your host, MarioTheCameraMan, Mario, Sosa, whatever you like to comment, as long as you like, comment, and subscribe. And this is episode number 30. I'm feeling like Curry. I'm gonna stop with the rhyme. I'm just gonna keep it at that. Episode number 30. I'm sure a lot of you guys have questions. Some of you returning viewers. No, I did not drop a podcast last week. Let me tell you why. Because I like to be Mr. Consistent, constantly give you guys the content, staying consistent. Just make sure I'm putting something out because I'm constantly just trying to better my craft, if you would. But I'm in Cleveland. It's February, and yeah, the weather change has been crazy. Going from 40 degrees to snow to it's just been crazy. So just had a little bit of sinus issue, a little bit of I don't think I had strep throat, but like my throat was definitely bothering me. Pause. But my voice was a little bit too raspy for me to do the podcast to be talking for that period of a long time, so that's why I didn't do it. But I did have my raspy voice on, I'm saying a little sexy voice notes. Yeah, baby. Yeah, I'm not yeah, I'm good. I'm gonna be all right. You sure I was gonna bring some super? No, I ain't feeling better. Go ahead, come. No, I said I will get you some soup instead. Oh, word. But no, for real. Other than that, just been sick, honestly. But I'm back. I'm feeling a lot better. I'm not 100%, obviously, because I mean it's 40 degrees outside right now. You know what I mean? So I don't know. Just bear with me. We gonna get it figured out. But all in all, we are back in here today, and I missed y'all. But it has been a while, so just in case you guys don't know how we do things, I like to do a little weekend recap, tell you about my personal life, what's going on with my job, and then we get to the mainstream stuff. Now, not too much mainstream stuff to talk about this week, but a lot of it would just be simply the Super Bowl talk. And excuse me. Ooh, that's that strawberry guava banging. But like I said, little weekend recap for starters. I like to start with work. Cool week at work. Getting back in the swing things. Like I said, told you guys before, I'm back at the other job again. So I'm two job shorty in this thing. My only off days are Sunday now. So that's why my podcast, as far as like the dates have been going, like I haven't been dropping like consistent on like the same dates. Cause I'll be honest with y'all, I talked about this the last episode I dropped. I just been tired, you know what I mean? I get one off day, and when I'm at work, all I'm doing is driving, you know what I mean? So it's like it's not the most physically demanding job, but anybody can kind of understand, driving, 2 hours here and then 2 hours there and 2 hours there, and then you go work 10 hours driving. Just bear with me, y'all. But man, I was saying you guys about this last time, but with the kids with the job, driving to school, I really do get a lot of enjoyment doing that job for sure. I mean, especially with the kids I deal with, you know what I mean? It's like every time I'm with them or I pick them up, whatever the case may be, as far as consistency goes, like as far as like their personalities and attitudes go, like it's always like up in there. It's a 50-50 toss up of what I'm gonna get. But they're definitely starting to warm up to me now that I've been there longer. I was talking to the one kid. He doesn't. I think I talked about this before too. He kind of had like a little meltdown the one day I pulled up. He wasn't trying to get in the van or whatever the case may be. But I talked to him and he was just telling me he was like, I don't be liking to have to deal with like a bunch of different people. Like I just like dealing with like one driver pretty much, and that's it. So I was like, okay, I talked to my manager. I kind of let her know what's going on. But for me, I'm a little bit more flexible than the other drivers because like we have monitors at my job and we have drivers. So there's more monitors than there are drivers. So when a monitor doesn't drive at all, they just kind of sit in the van and they kind of make sure the kids are behaving well. Because like I said, we deal with kids who have behavior problems, and we have the autistic um kids as well. So it's always it's just the little things like that, you gotta take in consideration, especially for me because it's not like another job. Like if you call up, it's not a big deal You know what I mean? But like for me, when I call up, like the kids are expecting to see me. So like with especially with autistic kids, like they're very like programmed to a schedule. You know what I mean? One small thing can throw off that schedule, and then it kind of will set them off into like kind of like a state of being. I don't want to say irrational, but like just like a frenzy. It just throws them off completely. But we had that little conversation. We got to the nitty and gritty. Um, and then one thing I found out, it was one time we was riding in the car and it was Michael Jackson. He's like, turn it up, turn it all the way up, please. I'm like, he loves Michael Jackson. Don't we blast on the way there? So now I connect my phone to Bluetooth because I was doing it before because like I just play the radio and let them play. But now, when he get in the car, we play the Michael Jackson tunes. He's all good. So a little win for me for sure. Y'all probably are thinking like, why is he even talking about this? Because like I said, it's my podcast. I'm talking about what I want to talk about, stuff that directly affects me, and that's one of the things that directly affects me because that's why I love this job. You know what I mean? Just being able to be there for somebody, somebody can rely on you. Like that's one of my biggest traits as far as like my personality goes. I just love being somebody who's reliable and dependable. So I just take that into the job I do, and the fact that the kids, appreciate that as well. It definitely means a lot to me. Um, but yeah, moving on. That's about it as far as that goes with the kids. I'm not gonna go too deep involved about my students. But moving on, this is the first episode of February, which means this is Black History Month. We're just gonna clap it up just a little. No, we're not gonna clap it up because we're not just gonna keep settling for a month and acting like it's all gravy. And then we got the shortest month of the year. Granted, this year we got 29 days. Shout out to my brother. He's actually born on February 29th, so he will be turning 9 this year, I believe. So I think we're gonna be going to Chuck E. Cheese for his birthday to really celebrate him being 9. I mean, it's crazy on reality, but no, and we talked about this before. I don't have any young brothers, but y'all get the whole leap year deal, shebang. But Black History Month. In school, I ain't gonna lie. Anytime I had history class, this one I did the best in history class because I was always like most interested in this. Like we learned about like all these random white people. Like for other white kids in my class, it might be exciting because like that might have been like your great grandfather's grandfather or something. Like it might be some connection. Ain't no connection to me and none of these white people we reading about. So like I really never care. So like when it came to Black History Month, like I'm sending forward. You talk, man. Come on, get off your phone. Come on, you see we trying to learn about Harriet Tubman. But honestly, I'm not gonna stir no waters up or anything like that on Black History Month. But one thing I will say, I think I should continue bigging up Black History Month. Black History Month, great, my people. Who stand in solidarity, but we don't just need to do this on one month. Let's not just take this one month and just all of a sudden now we are interested in Black history. We should be as foundational Black people, African Americans, um, Black people in America. I think that's something that we need to do all year round, not just make it a point for the month of February. Now I know some people they like to lean more into it in February, but I think that's something that we should lean into um, all the time, just to constantly learn about our history. Now back to what I was saying. The one thing I wanted to say about the whole Black history thing, I'm gonna take a shot at my girl Rosa Parks, because Rosa Parks does get a lot of credit for what she did, and rightfully so. She does deserve it. Why? Because she was the first of our people to do that. So we gonna give her a little golf clap for that. She did that. But um, I think it's kind of funny how history works because we like as Black people we see it as like she took a stand for all Black people to be able to sit in the front of the bus. Yada yada yada. That's after the fact. In the moment, she was not thinking about, oh, I'm doing this for Black people. She just got tired of being told all the time to get up and take your ass to the back. So she was like, no, I'm not going. It wasn't like, no, I'm doing this for Black people. She did this for herself, which then in turn it trickled down and benefited Black people. But that's always one thing that kind of sat a little weird with me as far as like the Rosa Parks thing goes, because she does get a lot of credit as far as doing that in Black history. But if we just gonna call a spade, she didn't do it. That wasn't like her driving force, like to do it for black people. You know what I mean? She was just tired. She was sitting down. She was tired of white people telling her where to sit, where she can't sit. She ain't had no problem. She could have went to the back if she wanted to. She was like, man, no, today, no. And if y'all know black people like I know black people, when something is directly affecting them, they're not thinking about all of black people. All they're thinking about is themselves and the people around them who they can galvanize together to try to be like, look, isn't this wrong? They're doing this to me. But like, we're not gonna act like you set out to do that. You know what I mean? It becomes that after the fact, depending on what it leads to. But like I said, just knowing black people, like I know black people, and I know Rosa Parks personally. I'm just gonna go ahead and say, um, Rosa Parks she just had an attitude that day. She wasn't going. You know what I mean? They told her Monday, get to the back. She got it. She went to the back. Told her Tuesday, get up, go to the back. She went to the back. Told her Wednesday, get up, go to the back. Get up, go to the back. They told her Thursday, get up and go to the back. Friday said, you know the deal. Go. She said, I ain't going nowhere. And now, we praise Rosa Parks for it, you know what I mean? But, shout out to Rosa. Ain't no hate. Shout out to Rosa. Shout out to MLK. Shout out Malcolm, even though I'm more of a Malcolm than a Martin. Do appreciate we were able to make progress with Martin because I think communication wise he was a little uh not so what's the word I'm trying to say? Like he's not so like argumentative, more aggressive. I think Malcolm was more of that, and like Martin's whole thing was like, man, turn the other cheek like Jesus. Malcolm's like, we'll turn a cheek. We ain't turning both cheeks. Pause because at the end of the day, like you doing too much. You know what I mean? We not about to just we're coming here peaceful. We not no around. We just want some peace, some love. We just want to be treated with respect. And then they talk to us crazy, and Martin's like, okay, no, it's okay. We're gonna turn the other cheek. Get the dogs on, turn the other cheek, hose down, spray the other cheek. Malcolm like, no, no, we ain't going. Like we got the same message. We just gonna deliver it a different way. But I do believe that both Martin and Malcolm X were um, very influential, and they should be put on that Rushmore as far as when it comes to black people because like even though they had different ways to like communicate and go about things, I think we needed both of that so we can see both sides of like how we can calmly go about the situation and how we can also react when we start calmly and then react with whatever the reaction is. But I'm not gonna spend too much time on that, but because like I just went and talked about, we only talk about Black History Month on February, so I'm trying to make it a point on the podcast to start talking more about like Black history stuff. You know what I mean? Because like it's a lot of people, well, my people, depending on if you're watching, it might be your people or whatever the case may be. A lot of people just feel like we can't just wait until 1 month to constantly talk about it. So yeah, I don't know. I'll try to bring in some facts, like some more subjects, kind of dig a little deeper because there's a lot of stuff that we actually did, and like other people took credit for it, and that's just what it is. So if you don't know the research to actually know, you'll just probably assume that what is being said is actually law, which isn't necessarily true. Speaking of Black History Month, the Super Bowls and Chiefs and the 49ers. Um, Not what I meant to say. Speaking of Black History Month, Travis Kelsey invented the fade. It's crazy how white people do that. Like once you got like a white person, like a little bit of swag, they want to push to the front and give them credit for something that black people have been doing. Now keep in mind, Travis Kelsey is from Cleveland. Now, if you're not from Cleveland, you might not know what I'm talking about, but like we got different white people in Cleveland. The white people in Cleveland got like a little bit more sauce, a little more swag. Okay, it's let me rephrase that. It's two different types of white people. It's like you got the white people that got a little bit of saucy. You know what I mean? Not necessarily black. They still bro, crushing the beer cans off their head. They still like to do that, but they got like a little sauce to it. And then you got like the super hillbilly, redneck type white people. You know what I mean? Like some of them be cool. I ain't gonna lie. Like if you in Cleveland, or if you in Ohio, you probably know you probably didn't met some cool, country people or whatever the case may be. And then you got like the I don't want to say squares, but like just like the normal white people. You know what I mean? Like wear New Balances to cut the grass. Drives a Subaru. Picket fence. I got a couple dogs, got a couple kids, no extra baby mamas. You got one. All you got three kids. They all by the same mom. Just regular white people stuff. You know what I mean? But they're all good. But like I said, Travis Kelce more falls into like the white that got like a little bit more sauce. So like him getting the fade, like he been getting the fade. So sure, go look at some old Travis Kelce pictures. He had a fade. Now maybe it wasn't like, well, you know, he rich now, so he probably got a little money, get a little hair and stuff, get a little longer hair. But like he always had like more of like a black style of haircut. You know what I mean? Like he went to Cleveland Heights, so it's like you're literally 10 minutes away from EC. You're 10 minutes from out the way. You're 10 minutes from like you right really in the midst of a whole lot of just black people in general. You know what I mean? But yeah, Super Bowl. I wasn't too invested in it, honestly, because like I said, people were asking like, who do you want to win? Who do you want to win? Man, the Browns not playing. I don't care who wins. I'm really not even invested in this game for real. I want to see a good game, but I'm not like, come on, let's go. I don't care. Like no emotion. I'm on my phone during the game. I'm on Twitter. You know what I mean? But at the end of the day, it was a good Super Bowl. The fact that the Super Bowl went to OT was I mean, it's not very common. I think that might have been the first in. I don't know if that was the first ever, but first in, you know, to do the weird stuff like that. Last time since 1963 that two teams that had over 500 winning records went whatever. It's some weird set like that, but at the end of the day, um, it's still a stat. You know what I mean? And when you have OT in the Super Bowl, it doesn't get more exciting than okay. It doesn't get more exciting than the Super Bowl. The Super Bowl plus OT, you have OT in the regular season game. That automatically makes the game way more exciting. So you got the Super Bowl, and then you got the Super Bowl and OT. So it's like crazy, you know. Hold on. Oh, we good. We Gucci. We Gucci. We good. Yeah, don't even worry about what I was doing. Just mind your business. Um, but yeah, all in all, it was a good Super Bowl. Travis Kelce was getting a lot of heat for the little interaction he had with Andy Reid after offensive possession or whatever the case may be. But a lot of you guys saying that he went too far. I don't want to say he went too far. That's not like an ideal situation you want to have when you have your captain, you know, yelling at your coach like that. But at the end of the day, like I just said, it's the biggest game of the year. You know what I mean? Emotions are running high, stuff like that happens. Like you can see in a regular season game, players yelling at coaches. You know what I mean? Because like they do this for a living. You know, they got a lot of passion in it. Like everybody wants to win. I don't think what Travis doing was anything selfishly to say. It's just like he just wanted to be involved because at the point where the game was at, they weren't doing too hot. You know what I mean? I think they're down 10-0 at this point, if I'm not mistaken. So he like I don't know. He's just a gamer. I'd rather see that from my players because they care. You know what I mean? You don't want the guy who just come back to the sound. Oh, we didn't. Oh, Super Bowl, we didn't score. Oh well. That's definitely not Travis. And like I talked about, he got that Cleveland. I mean, he got that dog. You know, fighters, the ultimate competitors in every sense of the word. So I think that's all that was showing. But like I said, a lot of people are giving him flack. But if you've never played any sport, I don't want to say any sport. I want to say specifically to a sport where there's a lot of contact. So like hockey, football, all those sports where there's a lot of contact like that. Obviously it's going to be more intense than normally. You know what I mean? But at the end of the day, it's just sports. I don't say it like, oh, it's just sports. Don't be mad about it. But I'm just saying, like, in sports, things like this are going to happen. People will train hard. You work all week during practice, trying to get these things right just to execute in the perfect way. And that wasn't going on. So he was just expressing his frustration of that. So, like, I don't really think um, it was that big of a deal. But, the Chiefs ended up winning the Super Bowl. T Swift was getting a lot of hate. I bet on the Chiefs to win for that reason because everybody's talking about his rig. Okay, if it's so rigged, I'll put some money on the Chiefs if it's so rigged, and I'm gonna win, right? I'll be god darn it. I didn't. Yeah, then got me a little fettuccine. But oh, about Tay Swift, what I was saying, man, she be at the games. How do I say it? She cool, like Taylor Swift cool. I'm not gonna take that away from her. I'm not gonna be pushing people out the way to meet Taylor Swift. Now it feels like Gorilla or like Regina Hall. Yeah, women like that, I'm gonna do that. But Taylor Swift, no. But I will not lie to you. She was looking good at the Super Bowl. I ain't gonna lie. I was like, why? Why don't we like Taylor Swift again? Like, what? What's the issue with her? Because I was looking, I was like, man, that's hard to hate somebody like that looking so. Moving on, moving on. But they're going crazy with her, giving her, the TV time and stuff like that. And everybody's sick of it. At the end of the day, the NFL doesn't care because they know it's good for the ratings because it has been bringing in ratings since all this stuff has been happening anyway. So NFL is just doing that as a business. If y'all don't know this by now, I don't know what to tell y'all. They not listening to you. They hear all the Taylor Swift hate. They don't care. And I think they even doubled up on it. You know what I mean? I think I saw a stat that they showed Taylor Swift like a total of 10 minutes of airtime on the TV, just, pandering and stuff like that. Oh, well, it is what it is. But I want to talk about the halftime performance with Usher, baby. I ain't gonna lie. That halftime, it was fire. I ain't gonna lie to you. Usher is so uberly talented, just dancing, singing, all that stuff. He came out there, he had the roller skates on, going crazy. I'm like, yeah, Usher really did his thing. And the crazy part about Usher being on stage, like I'm watching the Super Bowl party at my uncle's house where we normally go. We go there for Thanksgiving and the Super Bowl party. Lots of main spots, So like we there, his uncles, auntie, people that flew out of town, all type of stuff are there. You know what I mean? So like we got like girls from my niece. I don't know. So we got from 20 to about 60. Boy, when Usher came on, the whole age group was going crazy for Usher. We can barely hear the performance because they yelling the whole time like, Usher can't hear you. Stop yelling. The only people that can hear you is the men in the house that just trying to enjoy the music. We don't care about all that. We don't care about none of that. We don't want to see none of that. But on top of that, y'all yelling so y'all making it worse. He just skating at this time, dancing, doing his thing. Man, Usher took his shirt off. Shh. Man, I'd have covered my ears. It was going crazy in the house. But just show you how Usher really give it up. And Usher really got a lot of hits. You know what I mean? Like he was really going crazy up there, which is why Usher is where he is. But all in all, it was a good performance. I saw this funny comment on the video. Somebody supposed to like, man, why when Usher took his shirt off, man, my cousin started screaming. Everybody just looking at him. It was like, you good? He like, man, I bet 10K Usher was gonna take his shirt off. What? I mean, I okay, but it's also at the same time, it's like that's definitely like a weird bet. You was like excited, like the women was excited for Usher to take his shirt off, but I don't know. I thought that was pretty funny. Usher was going crazy, but obviously this is the Valentine's Day episode, so we gonna get right into that. On the other side of this commercial break. And we back from commercial break. Hope y'all didn't go too far. Hope y'all was able to get some snacks, some drinks, keep your occupied if you're at work doing your workout. Got time to, clean your rent, whatever the case may be. Moving on. This is a special time of the year. And it's Valentine's Day. How many of y'all got a date? All right, cool. What y'all gonna do? Y'all doing dinner or y'all going extravagant? Y'all doing hotel rooms, rose petals, jacuzzi in the room? I'm curious. What y'all got going on for Valentine's Day? Cause me personally, I ain't doing nothing for I'm sure I'm be big chilling, just minding the business that pays me. Cause I don't think there's every woman, but I think a lot of guys can agree with me. Women got this thing when it comes to days like this, especially Valentine's Day. You might see them smooching it up just a little bit more. Valentine's Day coming. Playing your cards right. Maybe get some nice shoes, jewelry, chocolate, a car, a house, all that stuff. That's what the women want. Man, what do we want on Valentine's Day? Do we want anything on Valentine's Day? Or we just want like the same stuff we want like for like Christmas or something? We want some shoes, like a system or something like that. Cause like me, I'm not even really big like as far as like material stuff like that, you know? Like so as far as like me getting stuff for Valentine's Day, um I'm trying to think over the years. I got no, yeah, I usually just get shoes. Or, well, not just shoes, but you know, like maybe it's like some candy or something else. You know what I mean? You know, I can't forget. I'm getting some coochie because you know, coochie is the birthday. Uh, celebrating the baptism. Christmas, Valentine's Day, Father's Day, coochie. Here you go. So that, whatever. I had a situation. This is a while ago, but I was dating this girl, and this was like the first Valentine's Day we had spent together. But we really haven't been like that together that long. We all can kind of decipher what's long and what's not long. But I don't think we were together that long. Why? We probably been together like 2 months at this point. But Valentine's Day just came up. But it was still early in the stage, so I was just kind of like test the waters with this girl. You know what I mean? Because you know, women love y'all love stuff on Valentine's Day. Y'all want to get stuff on Valentine's Day. So sure enough, I don't know. We did something just chill. You know, we got some food. You know, hung out, smoked, whatever the case may be. And you know, I still didn't give her gifts. I got it like tucked away. You know what I mean? Um, you know, so she gives me the gifts and stuff like that. And cause I had been joking, telling like oh, like how'd you feel if you didn't get a gift? She's like, oh, well, I wouldn't really care. Like I would just, it'd just be nice to spend the day with you, like maybe eat and hang out and smoke and stuff like that. I'm like, all right, cool. So that's literally what I did. You know, hit the gifts, whatever the case may be. And I got my gifts. You know, I got the shoes. Oh, you shouldn't have, but I didn't even get you one. Oh my, oh babe, you're the best. Oh, thank you. At this point, she's still kind of in a good mood because she's convinced like she about to, you know, she convinced like I'm just playing around. She not about like she really about to get a gift. So sure enough, you know, I'm going to walk her. I was like, okay, you know, thanks for the gifts. You know what I mean? Like, let me walk you out. So we walking out. She big man now. She got an attitude. Like I go to give her a hug. You know, go to give her a kiss. She kind of got attitude. Like she like, you really didn't give me anything. I was like, yeah. I mean, I was just going based on what you said. Like you said, like you wouldn't like care as long as we just spent time together. So, yeah, but okay. I just didn't really think you weren't gonna give me anything. I was like, well, I mean, we're still gonna be together. Like, you know, your birthday's in a couple months, and then we got Valentine's Day next year. We'll still be together. I'll definitely, I'll go crazy for you next Valentine's Day. Oh, all right. You know, she gets in the car. I'm like, hold on. Let me stop playing. Let me go get your gift. She's like, oh, you really got me a gift? I was like, but I thought you didn't want none. She's like, but did you give me a gift? I was like, yeah, I got you a gift. So, you know, when I got, man, a big stupid teddy bear, I got the lights out. Man, this teddy bear was bigger than me. You feel me? I got that. I got a little candle, had our picture on it with the little, y'all know, y'all go to Yankee Candy, y'all take a little picture, they upload it, put it. I got her dab, some candy, and obviously I got the chocolate and whatever. And I got the big old bear. I ain't gonna say how much the bear was, but you'd be surprised how much a life size bear costs. You know what I mean? But like she had told me about that, like we had first started talking, like she had told me about this. So like I just kept that in mind. I already knew I was gonna get her that from Valentine's Day if we saw each other down the line. But it was just fun to see how like the scenario changed because like all of a sudden it's like, oh, I just want to spend time with you, and then we spend time with no gifts. Like, oh, I didn't know you really want to give me a gift. Like man, whatever. So that's how Valentine's Day. That was like um, just a little funny little situation I happened with Valentine's Day before. Just the fact that women really do care about them gifts. So fellas, if you really like that girl, get her. Even if she said don't get her a gift, get her a gift. Because imagine how that would have gone for me. She really just would have had an attitude, even though she said she didn't want to give. You know what I mean? But that was when I was an adult. You know what I mean? When I was younger, I used to love Valentine's Day because you know when you young, okay. You got the Christmas party, you got the Valentine's Day party, You got the Halloween party. And I'm trying to think what other party we had. I think that was like the main big ones for it. But the I always love the Valentine's Day party because it's like first of all, my favorite color is red, so it's like the whole red thing. I'm just already rocking with it off rip. You know what I mean? And then I'm already into girls at this time. You know what I mean? So I say at this time, like I ain't never been into girls, but I just talking about like as far as like the early stages of Valentine's Day. I remember like back in the day, you go to school, you used to get the little box of Valentine's cards have like 25, 30, and then it's like variation of three or four different ones. You write the names, you give them to people. Man, I was probably like uh, I was in like second or third grade. I don't remember exactly when. I know it was before fourth grade because I'm gonna tell y'all a story about something that happened in fourth grade. But I had got the box. I just crushed on this girl, Kristen McMillan. I don't mean to dox you. I know you got whatever the case to be. I had the hugest crush on this girl, Kristen McMillan, bro. So you already know when I'm going with this. I ain't know that I had the right names to give them that. Like, yeah, I did. Everybody in the class, even the boys and girls, I had to give to everybody in the class. Anyways, I didn't know that. I thought, you want to get this your chance to make a move. You like a girl, write the name on it, boom, give it to the girl. Me, I'm so fried. I'm like, man, I'm putting Kristen on all these. Boom, 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 bro. I did it the night before, right? So I get to school, bro. Okay, everybody, you walk around. Everybody had like a little bag. Okay, go ahead, go to everybody's desk and drop your Valentine's card in their desk, bro. And let me tell y'all another thing. I wrote the name in pen as well. So it's like, so I just end up, everybody was, it had the name wrong on it, but it was from me. So I just had to pass. Everybody got Valentine's card for me that said from Mario to Kristen. So I was very green to the whole Valentine's Day. I didn't know it was supposed to be about everybody. I was supposed like, this your chance, like if you like a girl, this your chance to, show her you like her. You know what I mean? So that was like my earliest Valentine's Day experience I can remember. Obviously I was into it because I participated in it, you know what I mean? But and they still very green to it. Um but like I said, the Valentine is even when I was young. So okay, I don't want to say this. Valentine's Day. You get to the point where okay, so it's fourth grade. So now we're in the point like I probably had my first girlfriend when I was like in third grade. Okay. So by this point, we get to fourth grade, and I was really going beginning of the year. Like now, everybody is dating. I don't know if it was just like the area I was in Streetsboro, but like in when fourth grade, that's when like really people started dating. It was like you have. It sounds crazy when I say it now, but it's like 10 to 12 girls that you would date. But it's kind of like, okay, I date this girl, and then somebody dates this girl, and then they break up, and then I date that girl, and then, but it's only like 10 or 12 girls, you know what I mean? That you kind of just rotate between her, whatever the case may be. But this is how I knew I was going to be a problem when I was young because we used to play this game on Valentine's Day, right? So keep in mind, like at this point, everybody is, or we having boyfriends or girlfriend and all that stuff. So it's this game we used to play. Now, what it is like you got the little red beads, you know what I mean? You put it, no, you get the red beads by this. So you go up to somebody, be like, "Hey, do you love me?" And the person responds, I do. I just can't say. But the trick is when you say it, you got to say it without like smiling. Like it's supposed to be like a real serious thing. You know what I mean? And this girl, Amanda Gallant. Damn, I'm name dropping like crazy in this episode. But Amanda Gallant, she was probably the finest girl in our grade at that point. Had to be the finest girl in our grade. But same thing. She asked me now, do a little sex. Do you love me? No, I do. I just can't say. Just like that. For I was cold. I was like, oh, it's over with. Y'all females in trouble. Y'all in trouble. And that's really cracked it off. I don't want to say it really cracked it off, but like, I would that I'm just letting y'all know, like even at like a young age, I was definitely like comfortable with women. You know what I mean? Just because like in my neighborhood, I was always hanging around like the older kids and stuff like that. You know what I mean? And then like I had an older sister, I used to be trying to get on her friends. You know what I mean? So like talking to girls in my grade were easy compared to talking to the girls that like weren't gonna give me a chance. You know what I mean? But even then, when I was in fourth grade, I was dating the sixth grader. Yeah, it wasn't long, but yeah, I was dating the sixth grader. I got a kiss on the lips and everything, going crazy. Um, so that literally so random. But no, Valentine's Day used to be cracking when I was growing up. I always loved it. I just loved the vibe. You know, you get to talk to women. You know, really spit game. They're in the mood. It's just always been. I've always loved Valentine's Day. That's all I was pretty much trying to say. But before I get to segment of things I briefly cared about, just gonna wrap it up more on some Valentine because this is the Valentine's Day episode. Fellas, do not go broke on Valentine's Day trying to, impress your girl. Afford what's in your budget because after Valentine's Day, all that sweet mushy stuff they're doing because they know Valentine's Day was coming up most likely gonna be out the window. I'm just gonna be honest with you. You might have a good one, that might not be the case scenario, but if you're somebody who your Valentine is somebody that you just kind of like, you're just starting to get into with it and not don't go crazy. Keep it simple. Do some flowers, some chocolate, simple stuff like that. You know what I mean? Um, yeah, I don't know. Like I said, I'm none of y'all business. I put it like that. I ain't telling you what I'm doing for Valentine's Day. Like I said, I indulge in what's going on in my personal life, but I'm not giving too much going on because I don't know. That's just my choice. But my I asked y'all about how y'all feel. Like, what do you guys like to do on Valentine's? What's like an ideal Valentine's Day as far as like presents and gifts and stuff like that? For me, I used to have this little tradition with this little female. My just blew my cover real quick. But shout out to Wheels. But we used to I think we'd go to we get a little hotel, little bar there, drink. But we go to dinner, obviously, But for how we would do it, it was always like a 2 day thing. So she literally gets spoiled for a couple of days. But the first day, we have dinner, whatever the case may be, yada yada yada, do the gifts, and then the second day is when we have like the little that's when we go to the hotel, drink at the bar, we enjoy our company, and yeah, that's it. Nothing crazy. Because like me personally, like if Valentine's Day is supposed to be about love and doing it with the person you love, like why do we need like all the extra hoopla? And like I said, when we go to the hotel, I'm not getting rose petals on the bed or no stuff like that. Like I think I might have got some. No, I didn't even get no wine. I brought, or get no champagne or to the room. I bought the wine that I have from the crib. You know what I mean? So it's like it's just simple stuff like that that I always appreciate um on Valentine's Day, not going too crazy, but just enjoying the company, is feel like a lot of it leans towards women a lot of times when it comes to Valentine's Day. By the end of the day, man, don't get too discouraged when it comes to stuff like that. Don't go over the top. Just show your girl like some real love, some undivided attention. Don't be on your phone. Like actually, like if you don't naturally listen to your girl, whatever, like give her a day, like you actually like listen to her and whatever. Don't cut her off. Whatever she want to talk about. She want to watch Grey's Anatomy again for the fifth time. Just do simple stuff to make it easier for your girl. Because at the end of the day, the only thing we be getting held over our head is some coochie. So it's like, if that's the least you can do, play cool if you want to get some coochie. But that's enough about Valentine's Day. I hope you guys enjoy you guys Valentine's Day. How many of y'all gonna get pregnant on Valentine's Day? Keep it on it. Of course, y'all not gonna say nothing. Y'all too embarrassed to say anything. But before we get out of here, we're gonna do a segment of things I cared briefly about. Um, 21 Savage tried to finesse Aiden Ross, playing a little card game, yada, yada, yada. People try to make a big deal about it. But at the end of the day, it's 21 Savage. His name is not 21 the Bishop. It's 21 Savage. So what you think is going to happen? It all ended up getting squared away. Counting cards, someone with a homie. Once again, the segment is called Things I Cared Briefly About. I just wanted to bring that up because the fact that people were surprised about it, but 21 Savage made it right. It was for a $250,000. 21 Savage made that right, and he claimed it was just like for streaming, just like for content, but I mean he sent it back, so whatever. And then next stream, Cardi Ada Ross got scammed by Cardi. The deal was, 2 million. It was a car and it was a private jet, first class, or it was something like that. But he had a bunch of stuff tied in. Cardi came in, boom, talked for about 6 minutes. Hey, thanks for the hospitality, yada yada yada. Sat down, really didn't say nothing for 6 minutes, then left, and then was still trying to get the other million, the rest of the stuff, because they had already paid him. Once he had got there, Aiden had gave him the bag, and it was 1 million, right? Apparently, it was 1 million. Boom. He was supposed to get the back end after he finished the stream, but Cardi left, and he's still trying to get the money. Just finesse. I'm not the biggest fan of Playboy Cardi. I don't know. Maybe I'm just too old, or I don't know. I honestly don't get it. I think Cardi was hard when he first came out, but now he's like, I don't know, on some weird stuff. And he's like wearing a thong and all type of stuff. Like I don't judge. Do whatever you want, but just I don't know. He got something else going on. And he's always wearing a mask, and I don't know, it's weird. Kai Cenat signs with Nike. Huge. The first streamer to get signed to by a apparel company. So that's huge for Kai, young black man doing his thing, getting them chickens. So shout out to him. And last but not least, we got Mike Epps and Shannon Sharp beef. Ever since Cat Williams had came on the Club Shay Shay, pause, a lot of comedians been coming on to do pretty much the same thing, and taking problems with the fact that Shannon is not really going at these guys the way that other people feel that he should go about it. But at the end of the day, it's this man's podcast. He can do whatever he wants. And Mike S was kind of talking spicy. Shannon Sharp is a big dude. I don't know. I like them both. You know what I mean? But it is what it is. This content game is crazy, and it, like I said, this content game is crazy. It'll turn things ugly, and people will use you for clicks and all type of stuff. And Shannon wasn't going first, so shout out to Shannon for holding his ground and clearing the air when it came to some comments that Mike Epps made about him. I'm not going to talk about it on here because YouTube be kind of funny about certain stuff, and my podcast is big enough for they'll let me get away with saying stuff like that, so I will not say anything about it. But this has been another episode of the We Here Now podcast. It's been good to be back. I miss y'all. But it's been another episode of We Here Now podcast, episode number 30. And yeah, it's been your boy. If I can get a like, a comment, and a subscribe, I greatly appreciate it. If you're a recurring viewer, shout out to y'all. I appreciate y'all for coming back. If you're a new viewer, bro, you gotta tap that subscribe button. I'm not on your screen right now, but it's right there. You see, right there. Click that button right there. Give me a like, a comment, and I'm going to constantly and consistently get at people what y'all want or what you don't want. Regardless, I'm going to give it to you. It's been another episode of We Here podcast. We out. Yeah. Got the remix. Yeah. Sure. We out of here.